Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Saif Rahman. I'm the Director of Public and Government Affairs of Al-Hijrah Islamic Center. 2020 was quite an eventful year for all of us at Al-Hijrah, for the whole community as a whole. One of the major accomplishments, alhamdulillah, that we were able to do in the Public and Government Affairs Department, known as PGA, is we were able to essentially change the comprehensive plan of the Fairfax County in order for the masjid to be able to grow in the future. Essentially, the county every 20 years or so goes through a process where they look at the land and they look at what can be done. Al-Hijrah's land was essentially residential, and that land changed as the county grew. So essentially what we're doing is we're changing that land's capacity to be able to become a much larger facility, inshallah, in the future, and be able to grow the community into a larger community center and have extra facilities. So that was one of the big accomplishments, alhamdulillah, of 2020. In 2020 also, we did a lot of events through Voice, Virginians Organized for Interfaith Community Engagement. One of the major accomplishments that we had with Voice was we were able to secure over $100 million from the governor of Virginia in order to help those most in need in providing rent and mortgage relief for their programming. So essentially, anyone that had a rent and mortgage issue that couldn't pay their rent, couldn't pay their mortgage because they lost their job due to COVID, we were able to secure funding for those members of our community that were most in need for that program. Another major accomplishment was essentially getting the governor of Virginia to stop evictions altogether throughout 2020. If people were late on their rent, couldn't pay their rent, couldn't pay their mortgages, they were not allowed to be evicted. That was a major accomplishment that we did through Voice, Virginians Organized for Interfaith Community Engagement, which Al-Hijrah is a central member of. Another major accomplishment is every single candidate that ran for office comes to Al-Hijrah and asks to speak to the Muslim community and asks to essentially market themselves for their elections. Alhamdulillah, we were able to get several Muslims from our community to be on Fairfax County boards, including the Census Complete Count Committee, including the Combined Services Board. We have members of our community that are now running for office in Alexandria, have run for office in Fairfax, including our own Abrar Ramesh, who's a member of the school board, and we have other members now contemplating runs for bigger office in the state. And actually, we have a member of the larger Muslim community preparing to run for Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. So these are just some of the few accomplishments that we're able to do through your support and your help in the Public and Government Affairs Department. And we look forward to continuing to have Al-Hijrah play a central and essential role in the Al-Hijrah community and the larger community in promoting government affairs and civic engagement of the Muslim community. Jazakumullahu khairan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to bless our community, our work together, and to have you continue to support our work and these accomplishments. Assalamu alaikum.